What's up, guys? It's Dragonfly Mike77, and today I will be reviewing the Lulava hose. Now, before I go into getting to the up-close view of the hose, I wanted to show the package. It comes in this nice little plastic sleeve. I do like the fact that it has this hole right here. It's easy for vendors to be able to carry it. There's easy storage on it, and I want to kind of read the marketing points on it, what they say about the hose on the package. And up at the top it says, "Never again worry about replacing those traditional wooden-ended rusty hoses. Lulava hoses are unlike any other, and they last." Now it says, what makes Lulava hoses better? Sleek, anodized, machined billet aluminum design prevents corrosion. Two-piece threaded nozzles create an airtight seal, which you'll see at the up-close view. Can be disassembled and cleaned in a dishwasher, which again you'll see in the up-close view. Interchangeable vinyl hoses that won't flake, available in a variety of colors that don't fade. Quality and satisfaction guaranteed, and all components are made in the USA. It also says create your very own color combination. It has so many different ways of putting different colored vinyl hoses with the actual tips. There's a lot of customization going on with the Lulava hose. Probably the most out of any hose that I've seen released on the mainstream market, which is very nice. You can find what you like the most about the hose. Before I go any further, let's get to the up-close view. So I'm just going to show you the Lulava hose up close. Take it apart for you guys so you can see how that actually, how it comes apart. You just unscrew that. As you can see, the hose just fits right over there. And this comes off nice and easily, and you do the same thing with the mouthpiece. And what's nice about these, you can throw them right in the dishwasher, no problem at all. I have yet to try that with this. As you can see, it doesn't have a very wide gauge at all. I mean, I barely can fit my finger in there. But I also wanted to show how small this can wrap up. It's actually one of the biggest pluses for me. Despite the length not being that long, I can wrap this up just nice and little. That's going to fit in a backpack really well. That's going to fit in luggage really well. I mean, the size is just great for traveling. Now, that's also kind of a catch-22 though, because it's also just not very long. Now, I'm going to be smoking out of my Beast, so you guys will be able to see why I prefer this hose for smaller hookahs. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like up close. As you can see, it says Lulava on it. I'm not sure if over time that'll wear off. It hasn't yet. I've washed it numerous times. But to put it back together is just like you took it apart. Now I'll make sure I don't screw it too tight. I don't want to get that stuck on there. That should be good. It screws on nice and easily. The threads pretty much always match up. So there you guys have it. That is an up-close look at the Lulava hose. I mentioned in the up-close view that the gauge of the hose is very small. Now, I thought when I saw that, I was a little worried. I thought it was going to be like sucking through a straw. I found out very quickly that that's not true at all. And I think the reason for that is because the opening and the hose are pretty much the same gauge, so you have an even amount of pressure going through the hose. You don't end up getting a bottleneck. You don't have to funnel all that gauge into a smaller mouth tip, and I think that helps out with the airflow. With that said, it is a little more restricted than a Najum hose, but it's not restricted to the point of being uncomfortable. Let me take a poke for you guys. Airflow is good. Another thing I mentioned is I like using this for smaller hookahs, and one of the reasons for that is because of the way that it hangs down on smaller hookahs. Since it's a very flexible hose, I mean, I can bend this around like crazy. It hangs very nicely from smaller hookahs. If you have something like a Maya QT, if you have a Beast, if you have a small little MZ hookah, a little Farito, whatever it is, Lulava hose works very well for small hookahs. And I know that's a plus for a lot of people. Another reason that's good is because when you go out, if you're going to a party or you're traveling with your hookah, a lot of times people don't bring their big rigs with them. So they bring their smaller hookahs with them. So you have a great hose to take with you when you travel. Take another poke for you guys. But the thing that's most important to me with washable hoses, the one thing that defines a hose for me is the ability to clean it. And the first couple times I didn't feel like this was really any better than some of the other hoses. But I used a little soap this time and hot water, and it cleaned wonderfully. Somebody mentioned in my Oleuki review that Oleuki tends to ghost a lot, and I had noticed that with some of my other hoses. So I ended up smoking that, and then I didn't clean the hose, and I repacked another bowl and I smoked Cashmere Guava, which is another flavor that's really, really strong. And I cleaned it. In my next session, I smoked Peachella, and I didn't get any Cashmere Guava. I didn't get the all Oleuki with it. It cleaned great. This is probably the best cleaning hose that I have found so far, and that is a huge plus for me. Something else that I noticed, and it was the first time that it was my first session that I noticed it, was I smoked Peachella. And I wasn't real big on Peachella. I gave it a thumbs in the middle. It's a good flavor, but it's not something that I'm wild about. And the first session I had with this in Peachella, I felt like the flavor was a lot stronger. I felt like the flavor was a lot cleaner. I really do think that this hose offers a better tasting smoke, and the reason for that is there's nothing for it to stick to when it's going through this. It's vinyl. It just glides right off that. That's a conversation I had with a couple other reviewers, and we weren't really sure if that's possible. I'm not sure if maybe my mind fabricated that. But I do think you get a little bit of a cleaner smoke with the Lulava versus some of the other hoses out there. Now that can be a good thing and a bad thing. For me, with like Blackleaf, I want a seasoned hose. With something that is like Peachella, I don't have a seasoned hose for peach. It's not something that I'm personally interested in. I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to rate this. At first I had it at an 8.5. Because some of the issues I have with it are the fact that it is a little short. But at the same time, if it was any longer, I feel like it wouldn't fit in the smaller hookahs as well. I just feel like there would just be that extra inch that's in the way. So I didn't feel like I should knock off a point for that, but it still bothered me a little bit. Another thing that kind of bothered me about it, even though it is a very sleek design, it's very, you can customize it to whatever you like. I still would like a little extra flair in it. But if you add a ribbon to it or something like that, it affects how easy this thing is to clean. You can throw this in a bowl of water with a little baking soda and vinegar and leave it there overnight. You can't do that with any other hose. So I feel like if they added any more pizzazz to it, it would affect how easy it is to clean. But it still is something that I would like to see. So because of that, I only knocked down a 0.5 for each one. So I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Now this is more expensive than something like a Nejun, but if you travel a lot, if you're not really into getting a hose seasoned at all, this is a fantastic hose. I really do like it. Take one more poke for you guys. Thank you very much, Lulava, for giving me a chance to be able to try your hose. I will be getting more of these at some point. I like the hose. I like the fact that you can change it out. It's just a solid hose all around. I think that's all I got, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.